Ah, yes. Halloween is in the air. I love this time of year, and I, the big bad wolf, am of course going to do another read-along book and audio review for you all as a tie-in to it. But it's a rather different, unusual title of sorts. Disney's The Haunted House. A title released in the Disney Wonderful World of Reading series of books from Random House in 1975. As I mentioned in the early to mid-80s, Fisher-Price released a line of story tapes and books that adapted several Random House children's books onto cassette, and including some Disney titles that were co-produced with Disneyland Records. You may remember last year when I reviewed their Three Little Pigs story tape and book, with the audio being somewhat more faithful to the original cartoon than Disneyland's own read-along record and tape adaptations of my film were. Well, at least regarding the music and voice on the cassettes. And I mentioned before that many Disney titles, some newly created, and others being reissues of products already available from Disneyland Records. Now, this book here is an original story, not adapted from any Disney's cartoons, not even Lonesome Ghosts. In fact, this story seems suspiciously similar to a typical Scooby-Doo cartoon at that time. Let's see and hear for ourselves. Here we go. Huh? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. It's these big fingers here.
Walt Disney Productions presents The Haunted House. This is the story of the haunted house.
Yeah, that's Hal Smith narrating.
In your book, as we follow the story.
He narrated a lot of Disney
when you hear this sound,
lines.
turn the page.
Yeah, crow's kind.
You can turn the tape cassette over and record your own story.
Not this time, though.
Okay, let's begin. One night, Mickey and Donald were driving down a dark road in the woods. Pluto was riding in the back of the car.
Stupid butt. The Hanna-Barbera bat sound.
The wind blew through the trees. Suddenly, the old car began to sputter. Then, it
sounds a little like Casey Jr. And that, yep, that's Clarence Nash, the original voice of Donald Duck.
We're out of gas, he said.
While Mickey is voiced by Pete Renaday, who did his voice for a lot of Disneyland Records projects.
After a while, they saw a roof above the trees.
Let's look over to that house and ask for some gas,
said Donald.
Well, they ran out of gas, huh? That's like something that would typically happen to the Mystery
Just as
Machine.
They reached the end of the path, the moon came out from behind a cloud.
A full moon.
There stood the spookiest old house Mickey and Donald had ever seen.
that place looks haunted.
Said Donald.
I guess we got just been here with Pluto.
Yeah, Donald's kind of like Shaggy.
Mickey said.
Come with me.
And Mickey's kind of like Fred.
Mickey and Donald crept up to the house.
Now they just need a couple females like Minnie and Daisy to be like Daphne and Velma.
Pluto was busy sniffing around.
Sorry, Till.
In the dark, he saw three shadows.
Ooh.
A short one, and a tall, skinny one. Pluto began to bark, and the shadows disappeared. Donald came over to see why Pluto was barking. He looked in the window, but he could not see anything. Donald Donald and Pluto went to the door. Finally, Mickey rang the bell. All by itself, the door slowly opened.
Oh, that old
They
cliche.
tiptoed inside.
Is anyone home?
Called Mickey. No one answered. Then, bang! The door slammed shut.
Zoinks!
Pluto jumped into Mickey's arms.
Just like Scooby leaping into Shaggy's arms.
That was just the wind.
That probably was.
A large painting was hanging in the hall.
Look at that man.
Cried Donald.
He keeps watching us.
Oh yeah.
Said Mickey.
That old thing they did on Scooby-Doo a lot as
And
well.
looked at the frame.
There's a
The
Hanna-Barbera
walls spun around
sound.
and Mickey disappeared. Donald cried. He and Pluto rushed to the painting. Donald touched the frame. The wall spun around again, and Donald and Pluto disappeared. They were in a dark, secret passage. There they found Mickey too scared to speak, for coming toward them were 3 ghosts.
Zoinks!
A fat one, a short one, and a tall, skinny one.
The old bedsheet ghost device.
Go away. The ghosts moaned.
I wonder how they did that voice.
Donald and Mickey pushed against the secret door, but it would not open. The ghosts kept gliding closer. They were trapped.
This is contemporary
Then
sounding
Pluto
music.
saw a small door in the floor. He began to bark.
Pluto has found a way out.
Said Mickey. He and Donald quickly opened the door. All 3 jumped through the opening. Suddenly, they were falling. Down, down, down. Howled Pluto. When they finally reached the bottom, they landed in a large laundry basket. Mickey, Donald, and Pluto peeked out. Creepy spiders were crawling everywhere.
Ooh.
Wow. Do you believe in haunted houses?
Asked Donald.
Wonder Donald. Surprised you don't have Donald say
Pluto
zoinks.
came to their rescue. He found an old stairway. Mickey and Donald followed him up the stairs. At the top, there was a heavy door. Mickey and Donald opened the door into a dusty old library. Suddenly, 3 gigantic bats swooped down from the balcony.
Ruh-roh.
Push! They flew all around. Pluto grabbed one of the bats and shook it back and forth. Sawdust flew around him.
Oh, I know this house isn't haunted.
Cried Mickey.
These bats are fakes. They're stuffed with sawdust.
Jinkies.
Pluto saw a ghost on the balcony. He barked and barked.
I
Oh,
think someone is
look
trying
at
to
his
scare
feet
us away.
there.
Said Mickey.
Well, I'm scared.
Said Donald.
That's scared.
Like, oh, scare him away like a typical Scooby-Doo villain. Ooh, look at this.
Before they could go anywhere, a giant skeleton danced into the room. He jiggled his legs. He jiggled his arms. Get out of this house! He cried.
It's Will Ryan doing the voice. Sounds a little like me or
Backed away
Pete.
from the skeleton and bumped into a metal door. The door flew open and they stumbled over a large pile of bags.
What? These are money bags from the bank.
Cried Mickey. The skeleton came in glaring at them. He had taken off his skeleton mask.
And the design and size of the bones changed shape, too.
You're the one who's been playing tricks to scare us away from here. I bet you are bank robber.
That is right, said the fat crook. He called his 2 friends and they came in. They were still wearing their ghost costumes.
They're just the 3 generic dog bank robbers, though.
We're going to dump you in the river.
They should have instead used Pete or maybe the Beagle Boys.
The fat bank robber grabbed Mickey.
But it's still like Scooby-Doo, like bank robbers disguising as ghosts and stuff to scare everyone away from a place they're hiding out in.
But Pluto was too fast for him. He ran under his leg, grabbed a money bag.
And the Hanna-Barbera sound effects
The
there,
leader
too.
called to his skinny partner. Forget about that dumb dog.
Oh yeah, I mean, the guy sounds like Pete, so why couldn't he at least use Pete in the original book?
Mickey and Donald together with a long rope.
Even the Beagle Boys would have been a better choice.
As soon as they were alone again, Mickey and Donald shouted for help. But who could possibly hear them? The robbers were busy packing up their stolen money. At last, Mickey and Donald stopped shouting. They knew it was hopeless.
I wonder what happened to Pluto,
said Donald.
I hope he got away,
said Mickey. After a long time, the gang came back to get Mickey and Donald. Just as they reached the door, they heard the sound of barking. Pluto raced into the room. The sheriff and his men were close behind. Pluto ran to Mickey and Donald.
A sheriff, huh? Just like in the Scooby-Doo cartoons, a sheriff would usually be the one to apprehend the criminals.
He kissed them over and over again.
There's some Disney read-along stock music there. That was also heard in the Little Gold read-alongs.
The bank robbers tried to run away, but the sheriff's men were too fast for them. They caught the robbers and led them to their car in handcuffs.
They would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling mutt Pluto.
The sheriff scratched Pluto's head. You sure have a smart dog, he said. When he brought me a money bag, I knew he had found the bank robbers. I've been looking all over for that gang.
Sounds like Hal Smith voiced the sheriff too.
By the time the sun came up, the old house did not look haunted anymore. The sheriff held up the money bag that Pluto had brought to him. The bank has asked me to give you this as a reward for catching the robbers, he said.
Golly,
said Mickey.
thank you.
The sheriff also gave them some gas so that they could drive home.
Yep.
On the way, they bought a bone for Pluto.
Aww.
He was the one who had caught the robbers, and he deserved a reward.
Yeah. Can you believe that? You'd think Disney at the time wouldn't do such a thing. Because back in the 60s, they'd sneer at Hanna-Barbera's low-quality animation and not consider them competition. Yet by the early 70s, they were taking some of the same animation shortcuts, as seen in Robin Hood, which the YouTube poop Disney buys out Hanna-Barbera pointed out hilariously. And then we have this. The funny thing, in the early 90s, Disney was expressing some interest in buying Hanna-Barbera until Turner bought the studio in 1991. The Disney Channel even aired some of the 80s Hanna-Barbera TV movies, including the Scooby-Doo ones. I'm surprised Hanna-Barbera didn't sue Disney or Random House over this book. But I guess that's enough mysteries for one day. Right, Scooby?